보세요, 척척 박사님. 이거.
뭔가?
아.
Round town in a city of gold, when I was struck by luck 'cause I found you sitting all alone, looking down your phone like a restless soul. The wind that stroked your hair left your scent in the air, and the sun was almost acting as a spotlight just for you, making flowers bloom. Days are made for you. You make me weak
걔 누군지 알아?
처녀자리.
처녀자리? 누가 처녀자리인 줄 알아?
이모.
이모.
강아지 이모.
그럼 이모한테 선물해줄까? 안 돼?
이거 예뻐가지고 질 수 없을 것 같아.
Mona Lisa canvas ripped, I wouldn't care, 'cause I could picture you. If the Tower of Pisa finally tipped,
갑자기
well then you'd know how hard I fell for you. If the world stopped turning tomorrow, if it all fell into the sea, I'd let it sink to the bottom, 'cause I only care about one thing, you know. None of it matters as much as you matter to me. If the Big Ben Tower ceased to ring, it's okay, 'cause I am sing for you.
이건 엄마 딸게 영화 봐.
If every flower went extinct, my heart would still be blossoming for you. If the world stopped turning tomorrow, if it all fell into the sea, I'd let it sink to the bottom, 'cause I only care.
With you, the sun is shining 24/7. 'Cause when we're together, it feels like we're in heaven. If it will get dark, you'll be my million stars. I know I can lean on you. Ooh, you catch me like a leaf falling from a tree. If I be a shooting star, you make a wish. No, I don't fake this kind of feeling. Never felt so real. My heart is on the table 'cause you're my everything. I do. I wanna marry you. 'Cause when you're around, I know it's true. The way you make me feel is so good, baby. So good, so good.
Didn't think it'd go this fast. Goodbye to this house we thought would always last. And this is where Dad's garden grows. Summer haze, my reading place, and late night tiptoes. And I know the memories are with me, even when you move to a town that is new. 'Cause I tend to hold on too strong, but you're always home. You're always home to me.
소주 먼저 먹고 안주를. 유리 쓰지
Those
않아?
gray steel wooden
안주로
stairs.
소주를 먹으면 안주가 쓰지.
Me and Jess
소주를
might
먹는
pretend
그거였구나.
time traveling company